All right, this is just gonna be a quick little video on finding the measure, like center, right? And so remember, when I say center, what I'm really talking about is what's typical for the group. So if this is, I don't know, how much money you spend on, I don't know, video games or downloading apps, let's say, all right? I want to know what's typical for the group. And a typical description would be mean, median, and mode. And we hardly ever use mode. We've talked about why in class before. Remember, if there were two 91s there by accident, the mode here, the most, would be 91. And I wouldn't say that between 2, 4, 8, 12, and 91, that 91 is what's typical of the group. So we hardly ever use mode. The one we're more likely to use is the mean or median. How do I know which one to use? It depends on the shape. So if your data is skewed, you're going to use the median. If your data is symmetric, you're going to use the mean, the average. So let's talk about this. Is this data skewed or symmetric? I have no idea. So let's just calculate both and see what happens, right? Okay, so the way that we calculate a mean is an average of all the numbers, meaning all we do is take the sum, right, like add all the numbers up. So we're gonna take 2, 4, plus 8, plus 12, and 91, and let's just use 191 for now. Maybe we'll add another one later. And since there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, we're gonna divide by 5. So 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 12. I can do this. Plus 91 is 117. So obviously 117 is not what's typical for the group. So that, don't forget that you have to divide by whatever answer we have here, meaning the total numbers we added up. Since there were 5 numbers, divided by 5, and 23.4. So that's our mean. And now let's find our median. Our median is going to be the middle. So if I take my set and I find the middle, 2 and 91, 12 and 4, the median is 8. So I'll tell you, I know the data is already skewed. So if you look at a picture, you can tell whether it's skewed or symmetric, right? What you're looking for is a shape that looks like this, or what you're looking for is a shape that looks like that, which is skewed to the right, or a shape like that, which is a little skewed to the left. Again, those are not perfect drawings, but if the data is symmetric, these numbers are close together. If the numbers are far apart, the data is skewed. So that's what I know from not looking at the picture. You're going to have the picture. So when you look at the data, decide if it's skewed, and then you want to use the median by finding the middle, or you want to find the average by adding them all up if the data is symmetric. So what would more symmetric data look like? Well, let's add in, let's make that more of like a 15, and I don't know, let's throw a 6 in there. So 2, 4, let's add, take that 19 out, add a 15, and what else did I add in? I added a 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the mean of that data is 47 divided by, so we added up all the numbers, that's 47. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, divided by 6. So the average is 7.8. Now let's find the median, the middle. This and this, this and this. Oh no, we've got 2 numbers left. So remember, whenever you have 2 numbers left, don't forget that you have to find the middle of that. Some are going to be obvious, so in between 6 and 8 is 7. But let's just say this was like 6 and 8.2 or something. If there are 2 numbers and you don't know, if it's not obvious, you're going to average them. So if that was 8.2, what we would do is take 6 and 8.2, add it together, and take that 14.2 and divide it by 2. Okay, anytime, calculator, thank you. See 7.1. So the middle of that would be 7.1. Anytime you have 2 numbers left over, add them up, divide by 2. But remember, that wasn't the actual number. It was 8.2. It was 8. And so the middle of 6 and 8 is 7. And so notice how small, or how close these are. 7.8 and 7 are really close together. So that tells me if I made a box plot of this, that box plot would look something like that, where you would have a very symmetric, evenly spaced out box. Okay. All right, let's talk about one other picture from like a histogram. How do I find the median or the mean from a histogram? Okay, so here's this histogram. Maybe I will make a separate video on how to make this, but let's just do this real quick because I have a feeling maybe I'll do that in part 2. I'm thinking, hold on. Okay, I am going to make another video about histograms, and then I'm going to post another video about finding the median from a histogram. So you have 2 other videos that you can check out if you're interested. Okay, bye.